Day 1, 5 in the morning. I haven't eaten anything yet. I slept maybe 5 hours, and I'm standing outside in the cold, in pajama pants, about to do a workout. That was 30 days ago. What you're looking at right now is the result of 30 days of the 75 hard challenge with zero gym equipment. No membership, no dumbbells, no machines, nothing but my body, some open space, and a decision I made at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday night when I was tired of feeling stuck. But here's the thing. Day 12 almost broke me completely. And something happened on day 22 that I genuinely didn't see coming. Over the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what I did every single day. The workouts, what I ate, the moments I wanted to quit. And at around the 9-minute mark, I'm going to share the one shift that actually made this whole thing work for me. So let me give you a little context on why I even decided to try this. I wasn't in terrible shape, but I wasn't in great shape either. I was somewhere in that in-between zone where you feel mostly fine day to day until you catch yourself in a mirror at the wrong angle and you think, okay, that's not where I want to be. The frustrating part wasn't even the way I looked. It was the pattern I'd fallen into. I kept telling myself I'd start a routine on Monday, and then Monday would come, and I'd push it to next Monday. And somehow, 6 months went by like that. 6 months of, I'll start soon. I wasn't lazy. I was just stuck in this loop of planning without actually doing anything. So one night I came across 75 hard, and instead of thinking it through like a reasonable person, I just decided I was starting the next morning. Every single day, for 75 days, you follow a strict set of rules. 2 45-minute workouts. One of them has to be done outside, no matter the weather. No alcohol, no cheat meals. You drink a full gallon of water a day. You read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. And you take a progress photo every morning. Miss one single thing, even one. And you go back to day 1. I did a 30-day version of this. Same rules, same structure, same consequences. And even at 30 days, it was one of the harder things I've put myself through. Not because the workouts were impossible, but because showing up every single day when you're tired, when you're busy, when every part of you wants to skip it, that's where the real difficulty lives. Week 1 was a wake-up call in the best and worst way. My equipment list was nothing. Literally nothing. So I built my routine around what I had, which was my body and whatever I could find outside. Push-ups, burpees, bodyweight squats, walking lunges, mountain climbers, jump squats. I'd cycle through those for 45 minutes in the morning, then do a long walk or a light jog in the evening as my outdoor session. It sounds manageable on paper. And days 1, 2, and 3 felt okay. Challenging, but okay. Day 4 was a different story. My legs were so sore that I had to walk down the stairs sideways, one step at a time, gripping the railing. The hardest part of week 1 wasn't the soreness, though. It was the second workout at the end of the day. After work, after dinner, when all I wanted to do was sit down, having to lace up and go again. That second session tested something in me that the morning workout never did. Week 2 is where things got interesting. And a little dark. The soreness started to fade, but the mental resistance got louder. There's something about doing the same hard things repeatedly that starts to feel like pressure building. You're not just tired physically, you start questioning why you're doing it at all. And that brings me to day 12. It was late, nearly 11 at night. I still hadn't done my second workout. I'd had a long day. And I remember sitting on the floor of my living room, staring at my running shoes, having a full internal argument with myself. Part of me was looking for any excuse to skip it. And the thing is, I could have. Nobody was watching. But I put the shoes on, I went outside. I did 45 minutes of the most low-energy, unimpressive workout of my life. Slow push-ups, a short jog, some lunges. I wasn't breaking any records. But I finished it. And when I came back inside and crossed off day 12, something quiet shifted. I proved something to myself that night, not that I was strong, but that I was consistent, even when I didn't feel like it. That's a different kind of strength. By week 3, something changed in the rhythm of it. The workout stopped feeling like a punishment and started just feeling like part of the day, like brushing your teeth or making coffee. It was just a thing that happened. That mental shift, where the habit stops requiring negotiation, is one of the most underrated things about sticking with something long enough. My outdoor sessions got more creative. I started doing incline push-ups off park benches. I'd run stairs at a local park. I filled a backpack with water bottles and used it for added resistance during squats and lunges. You start to realize that once you let go of needing a gym, the whole world becomes a workout space. The reading side of the challenge also surprised me. 10 pages a day sounds like almost nothing, but over 30 days, that's 300 pages. Two full books, and doing it every single day, even on busy days, made me feel like I was investing in myself in a way I hadn't in a long time. Okay, day 22. I told you about this one at the beginning, so let me actually explain what happened. I woke up that morning without an alarm, which, if you know me, is not a thing that happens. I'm someone who sets 3 alarms, hits snooze on all of them, and still feels half asleep until about 10 in the morning. That's just always been how I operate. But on day 22, I opened my eyes at 5:20 in the morning, and I was just awake, clear, not groggy, not reaching for my phone. I sat up, and the first thing I thought was, I want to go outside. Not I have to, I want to. That was the moment I didn't expect. Not a physical change, not a number on a scale. It was that the challenge had quietly rewired something in how I was starting my days. My sleep had gotten deeper. I was falling asleep faster. And somewhere around week 3, my body had just decided that early mornings were normal now. What that unlocked was time I didn't know I had. I started using the quiet hours before work for things I'd been putting off for months. A project I'd been thinking about, some reading, just sitting with my thoughts for a few minutes. Before the day got loud. It sounds small. But when you're someone who used to wake up already behind, that shift felt enormous. Nobody really talks about this side of the challenge. Everyone focuses on the physical transformation, the before and after photos, the weight loss, numbers, and those things matter. But the sleep, the mornings, the mental clarity that builds over 3 or 4 weeks, that's the part that actually changed how I move through my days. Let's talk about results. And I want to be honest with you here, because I think a lot of videos in this space oversell what's actually possible in 30 days. Physically, I lost weight. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. The combination of clean eating, 2 workouts a day, and a gallon of water does produce results you can see. My arms looked more defined. My shoulders had more shape to them. My clothes fit differently, especially around the midsection. But I didn't get a 6-pack. I want to say that clearly, because if you watch enough of these videos, you start to think that's a standard 30-day outcome. It's not. 30 days of hard work will change your body, but it won't completely transform it. And honestly, going in with that expectation would have made me feel like I failed. When the truth is, the changes I did see were real and they were earned. The most unexpected physical change was my posture. I didn't track this going in, but looking back at my day 1 photos compared to day 30, I'm standing differently, taller, more open through the chest. I think it came from all the body weight pushing and pulling, the push-ups, the rows I was improvising on playground equipment. It wasn't something I planned for, but it might be the change I noticed most in day-to-day life. The mental results are where I want to spend a little more time, because I think they're more significant than anything that happened physically. My anxiety was lower. I don't say that lightly because anxiety is something I've dealt with for a long time and it doesn't just disappear because you started working out. But there's something about the structure of this challenge, knowing exactly what you have to do every day and then doing it, that quiets a certain kind of mental noise. The worrying, the second guessing, the low-level stress that just kind of hums in the background. It got quieter. My focus sharpened. I was more present in conversations. I stopped reaching for my phone every 20 minutes out of habit. I started saying no to things that were draining my time without giving anything back. And the most lasting thing, the thing I still feel weeks after finishing, is that my relationship with discomfort changed. Before this, if something felt hard or inconvenient, my default was to avoid it or delay it. After 30 days of doing hard things, whether I felt like it or not, that default shifted. Hard things still feel hard, but they no longer feel like a reason to stop. All right, I promised you this at the very beginning, so here it is. The one thing that made this challenge actually work for me, and that I think is the reason most people fail it, has nothing to do with fitness. It's not a workout tip or a nutrition hack. It's something much simpler than that. I stopped asking myself whether I felt like doing it. That sounds almost too simple. But think about how many times you've talked yourself out of something because you just didn't feel motivated in that moment. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. It's high when you first commit to something and almost completely absent by week 2. What replaced it for me was something I started thinking of as acting from identity, rather than acting from feeling. Instead of asking myself, do I want to work out right now? I started asking, what would a disciplined person do in this moment? And then I just did that, without negotiating, without waiting to feel ready. The challenge forces this on you, whether you intend it or not, because you do it enough days in a row. You stop being someone who is trying to be consistent, and you start just being consistent. The identity comes first. The feelings catch up eventually, but you don't wait for them. That's the thing I'd hand to anyone thinking about trying this. Not a workout plan, not a meal prep guide, just that one shift in how you talk to yourself when things get hard. So, 30 days, no gym, no equipment, just time, consistency, and a willingness to show up even on the days it made no sense to. Would I do it again? Yes. I'm actually planning the full 75 days, that's tease, and I'm going to document the whole thing here, the real version, not just the good days. If you made it to the end of this video, that already says something about you. Most people click off in the first minute. You stayed, so if any part of this resonated, if you're in that same stuck place I was in before I started, I'd genuinely encourage you to try it. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You just need to decide, and then not undecide when it gets uncomfortable. And if you want to follow the full 75-day journey, subscribe. I'll see you on day 1. Thanks for watching True Health Tales. If this helped you, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss the next truth.